has been proudly serving East Tennessee for over 60 years. We use only the best equipment like American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning for your residential, new construction, or commercial needs. City Heat and Air.
Air compared.
Well then, where'd my camera go? We didn't get my camera set up. I'll get my camera set up here in just a second. There we are. Hello, everybody. Forgot to set that camera up. I remember I'm using a different camera this morning. Hello, Christy and Lisa and Miranda. How are you this morning? And happy Cinco de Mayo. Can you believe it's Cinco de Mayo already? Like, what's up with that? Cinco de Mayo. Are you going to be celebrating Cinco de Mayo? Do you typically go to a Mexican restaurant? Do you drink some margaritas to celebrate? Or is it just another day? By the way, big anniversary. I'll talk much more about that coming up after your forecast. But first things first, I want to start you off. And again, I'm not going to have a camera up there. I'm going to have to fix these for a second. But we'll start you off first things first with a live look in downtown Gatlinburg here at this hour. And again, we do have some mostly cloudy skies, kind of a mix of sun and clouds here to get the morning started. So really not that big of a deal here so far. I call those more nuisance showers than anything else. And it looks like we have a birthday today. Happy birthday, Alyssa. She turns 18 today. 18. Happy birthday, Alyssa. That's awesome. Of course, we're going to be celebrating birthdays and events as we get into your national holidays. Good morning to you, Lisa, or excuse me, Julie. All right, so a nice quiet start to the day there, but that's not necessarily the case. We do have a couple of rain showers hanging out with us here at this hour. And those rain showers are just, again, those more nuisance showers really than anything else. So from Sunbright, Morgan County, all the way into Scott and Campbell County, moving its way into Anderson, West Knoxville. So if you travel Interstate 40, the 40-75 split, you'll run right into the middle of these lighter showers. A couple pockets of moderate showers starting to work their way into the area as well. But that's really going to be the extent of it. So Oak Ridge, Clinton's in a little bit of light rain. Lake City to Caryville, La Follette, probably get a little heavier shower. So again, Clairfield, Speedwell, Sharps, Chapel, Maynardville, Union County, Central and West Knox County, Blount County is going to get a little bit of rain here before this is over. And then it's going to kind of lift its way northward. So I'll be curious to see how far east this rain continues to move its way. Morristown, you may get some. You may get clipped on the backside of this. Rogersville, Greenville, and the Tri-Cities area probably not going to get a ton of activity from this rain, but we do have a chance for a couple of spotty showers throughout the day today. So it's going to be kind of a wash, rinse, repeat forecast for us here for the day today. What we experienced yesterday is what I mean by that is what we experienced yesterday is pretty much what we will experience throughout the day today. All right, I always like to check in on those temperatures. How accurate was I? Well, yesterday we made it to 66 degrees, and lo and behold, I was forecasting 66 degrees. There we go. We picked up 0.02 of an inch of rain at McGee Tyson Airport in Crossville, 0.11 in Chattanooga, and no rainfall in the Tri-Cities area. All right, so moving right along, and we'll continue to see over the past couple of days. Look how much rainfall we saw over the last 2 days. Anywhere from 0.5 inch to 0.75 of an inch of rain, over an inch in Chattanooga. Over the last 3 days, we've seen a lot more. And over the last 7 days, some pretty impressive rainfall. Actually, side note, we were getting ready for bed last night. My wife goes, "Oh, we got to go water the garden." I said, "Water the garden? We've seen like over 2 inches of rainfall here this week. I think the garden is just fine." And so if you have a sprinkler system or whatnot in your house, in irrigation, maybe just turn it off for a couple of days. Now, we are talking about some rain showers here this week, but, mainly south of Interstate 40 at best. Looks like it's going to be further to the south. I'll explain details on that. So a wash, rinse, repeat forecast today. Tomorrow, a little bit warmer. Not bad. More sunshine. A little ridging takes place, and we'll shut off the rain chances. But those rain chances start to pick back up as we get into our Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and probably Saturday as well. But again, most of that activity is going to be south of Interstate 40. Here's our low-pressure system at the surface. Upper-level low spinning across parts of Kentucky as well. And around these little pesky low-pressure systems that are cut off from the main jet stream, they just kind of meander like a lost puppy until something finally kicks it on out of here. And it will. Got another disturbance, another upper-level low that's hanging out across the west coast that will eventually kick this low out of here. But again, if you have travel plans westbound on Interstate 40, you'll run into a few showers from time to time. Not a big deal. No severe weather threat. Not expecting any severe weather this week whatsoever. All right, Futurecast picking up our model. There's our Futurecast. So Morristown, do you get the right? Well, we'll see. Well, Futurecast picks up on a little bit of activity. So we may see a few showers up into upper East Tennessee from now through noon. But the general rule of thumb is it's not going to add up to a whole lot. And as we get into the afternoon, you can clearly see our model guidance is not picking up on a lot of activity. Now, if we were to tap into a little bit of that instability in the atmosphere and get the shower, get the clouds to build a little bit more, there is a chance or an opportunity. There is a chance for maybe a little bit of pea-sized hail, but no severe weather threat. When you look at your rainfall forecast for the day today, fairly lackluster, which is fine. I'm sure we're okay with that. I know a lot of you on social media have been like, I am done with the rain. Can we just get a break, Mr. Witcher? Yes, we will. Tomorrow. All right, and probably most of the week if you live north of Interstate 40. That's just kind of the general rule of thumb. 40s and 50s out there this morning, by the way, which is cooler in most locations than what we even had yesterday. And yesterday was a cool day. Well, it was a Sunday, but it was a chilly day. If you have to be outside, out and about, unless you were doing some sort of activity, that wind, that breeze kind of cut right through you. And you're like, whew, a little chilly. We went and played pickleball yesterday. Turned out to be a lot of fun, but it was chilly. All right, 57 by noon, 62 by 3 as the kids head home from school. What do we have? About 3 more Mondays left for the kiddos. They're nearing the end of school of the school year. I cannot believe I'm going to have a middle schooler here in just a little bit. Crazy. 65 degrees by 5 o'clock here tonight, down to about 60 by 8. So if you have evening plans, ball games, practices, we had our baseball game canceled yesterday and didn't have any practice either due to the fact that the fields were wet. All right, so I've toned down the rain chances a little bit Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Listen, about a 40%. This is why I don't like probability of precipitations. It really just doesn't tell you the whole story at all. So let me finish the story for you. And we look at the rainfall today and tomorrow. Again, that upper level low just kind of spinning around Kentucky and the Tennessee Valley, and that's going to bring us a couple of spotty light showers. We're going to be dry tomorrow and probably most of the day on Wednesday, although notice Chattanooga's uptick in rainfall. So again, south of Interstate 40 there all the way from Wednesday, we'll see some rain showers, but most of the bulk of it's going to be to our south and west. Here we go. Let's go all the way into our Thursday and Friday. This is per the Weather Prediction Center. And again, notice Chattanooga hasn't changed any, and Knoxville hasn't changed any when it comes to rainfall. Heaviest rain continues to slide off to our south. And then if you look at your 7-day stretch of rainfall, and again, some of the latest model guidance is keeping most of the rain to our south. So if this takes place, I mean, maybe you get about a quarter of an inch of rain on Wednesday, and then maybe not a whole lot the rest of the week. So again, I've toned down those rain chances for a reason. Most of the rain is going to be shifting to our south. So check back in this week. We'll see as we get closer to each and every day, a rainy day per se, or a quote unquote rainy day. I'll dive into the details a little bit more as we get into a little bit more of a high resolution model forecast and just kind of see how this all plays out. Upper level lows are really hard to forecast. They just are. The models don't pick up on them very well. I will tell you this though. While the air was nice and cool, it was comfortable yesterday. That's going to be the story again today. Why? Well, because dew points, the amount of moisture in the atmosphere, it's not going to be muggy at all. We've got dew points in the 40s and low 50s today and tomorrow. Dew points uptick a little bit on into our Wednesday. Thursday is going to feel muggier. Friday, dew points start to come back down. Saturday, they're back down as well. So generally speaking, all week long, it's going to feel rather comfortable. It's not too hot. Not too cold, not too humid. It's just right. Right? The porridge is just right. All right, so here's your 7-day forecast. As we look at that, again, temperatures will be in the low to mid. Listen, Thursday is going to be the warmest day. The most humid day, the warmest day at 77, and then we'll come back down into the mid-70s, which average high for this time of year is 76. So, we're basically trending below average through Wednesday, and then fairly average weather Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Looking above and beyond the 7-day forecast from the Climate Prediction Center, again, may have some a little bit of an uptick in those cooler than average temperatures. But then we go from May 13th through the 19th, and we may start to trend a little bit on the warmer or above average side. Rainfall amounts pretty average all the way for the 6 to 10 day outlook, and probably for the 8 to 14 day outlook. So we're looking at some fairly average rainfall. And again, I think generally speaking that we're looking at fairly average temperature-wise as well. So We got a few clouds hanging out with us this morning. That's going to be the thing here. And my camera has disappeared because I just switched my thing. There we go. Let's bring that back. There we go. Having to change all these things on the fly. Forgot to do that this morning before the show started. And I'm using a different camera than I typically use. So we've got a couple of light rain showers showing up in downtown Clinton here at this hour. So I'll take you back to downtown Clinton here in right now. And again, not much activity, but you can see the rooftop is a little bit on the wet side. So I do anticipate some scattered light to moderate rain showers, more nuisance rain. It's starting to work its way on into the area. And I'll take you back to the radar coming up here in just a second. So yeah, I had a chance to get out and play some pickleball yesterday. Let's see, what else did we do this weekend? I mean, I was with you this weekend because we had Wake Up with Witcher, but let's see, what else did we do? Oh, you know what we cooked yesterday? Not typically something we cook normally, but I've never cooked one before in my entire life, which is weird because I cook all the time, was a pot roast. My wife was like, I just want a good, solid, home-cooked pot roast, like a home-cooked meal. We've been cooking home, you know what I mean. Good old, solid family dinner. So a pot roast. Put it on the pot roast while we went and play, or on the in the crock pot while we played pickleball. For some reason, I don't think my thing was working. My crock pot was working very well because we came back and was like, well, this doesn't. It should be cooked. It should be mostly cooked by now. It was not. So then we had to take the potatoes and the carrots out and then put the meat back in. I had to do some pressure cooking. And then that took like another 40 minutes. Then I put the potatoes and the carrots back in, cooked that for another 2. So I was like, it was a process. But oh my gosh, I tell you, it was amazing. I will have to tell you, today is May 5th. It is an anniversary, as I just mentioned. So before we get to the anniversary, let me just give you a nice little Cinco de Mayo shout out. There we go. Things that I shouldn't share with you, right? Things I shouldn't share with you. All right, celebrating Cinco de Mayo. That's going on social media later on today. But the big anniversary today, does anybody know what the big anniversary is today? Anybody? It's not significant to you, per se. It's more significant to me. Today marks 2 years since I left the TV station. This day, 2 years ago, was my last day at Channel 10. Oh my gosh, how time flies. So there's the old crew, the old morning crew. Big shout out to the morning crew. Miss you guys. Miss you every day, but I was already chatting with Abby this morning on text message. So there we go. And then here's another picture from that last day. We got Moira Kay in there, Rebecca Sweet. We got Russell Biven in there. And again, my family joined on the last day. And you know, if you recall, I had to wear my orange suit on the last day, at which point the girls went and bought orange suits themselves, and they surprised me on air that day with their orange suits because Abby hates orange. She just was like, I don't look good in orange. I don't like to wear the color orange. And she ended up going to buy an orange suit. And I was so proud of those girls. It was crazy. But anyways, big old anniversary. Ironically, when I left Weather Nation TV and drove back to Knoxville to move back. So I moved to Denver in 2014. I came back in 2017. Do you know what day I came back on? Now, I wasn't on the air, but the day I actually rolled back into town, Cinco de Mayo. It's my birthday month, too. Seems to be appropriate, I suppose. Alex, you remember that day, huh? There were a few tears. It's always tough saying goodbye to people. You know, it was never goodbye. It was just, I'll see you later. But it's tough leaving something that you've known for so long. And that studio, I knew for 17 years, I guess it was. I think I spent, because I was there for the first stint, I was there for 10 years, almost 10 years. And the second stint was 7 years. So, yeah, like 17 years I spent in that studio. And most of that time I spent with Abby Ham. And so she's one of my best friends. I've spent a lot of time with her. I don't miss waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning and having to race to the station and get there and spend 4.5 hours on a morning broadcast. I mean, it's a grind, my friends. If you've never done a morning show, which probably you haven't, but anybody in TV, I'm like, if you've never done a morning show, listen, you cannot judge. Go do a morning show. It's a grind. Not only are you up early in the morning, like in the middle of the night, But it's a 4.5 hour nonstop show. And for a weatherman or even a news anchor who's reading for 4.5 hours straight, but it's a lot of talking. So but when I left the station, obviously I couldn't tell everybody where I was going. That just, I had a contract I had to fulfill. And so, even to date, even this weekend, I meet people every single day going, "Hey, how's retirement? Are you flying? Where's your brewery? I thought you were opening up a brewery. Where are you? What are you doing now?" So many people. That's why I say, if you like the East Tennessee weather platforms, it really helps to like and share, whether it be the app or the website or social media, especially if you like it and you join me every day. I would appreciate every single day that you tell somebody about East Tennessee weather and see if you can't get them to download the app. Because again, I'm not advertising. I couldn't tell anybody on TV. So there's that huge following on TV that all of a sudden Mike Witcher just disappeared. There we go. All right, let's talk about your national holidays for the day today, shall we? Again, we are celebrating birthdays and events, and because we are doing so, we will highlight an event, or excuse me, a birthday here in just a second. If I can't get that on for you. So we're celebrating birthdays and events today. Any events going on this week? Or, well, of course, the event today is Cinco de Mayo, of course. And Julie, if you sent that picture through the app itself, I do not have it. So I'm not quite sure when you sent that. Got some great photos to share with you coming up here in just a second. But Julie, if you sent that photo, it did not come through as of yet. Anyways, as of yet. All right, birthdays and events here for the day today. Let's get this back up here. Move this over here. There we go. All right, so birthdays and events. It's National Silence the Shame Day. Does anybody know what that is? I do not know what that is. Silence the Shame Day brings an opportunity to continue the conversation about mental health and wellness and erase the stigma associated with mental illness. I'll give a big shout out to that. Yeah, erase the shame day. All right, we also have Cinco de Mayo. I wish I had some music to play for you. Again, the question here this morning, Jesse, fire away. Let's see. Well, we'll get to that question here in a second. All right. So the question that I posed to you this morning. Oh, where's my camera? That I posed to you this morning was, do you celebrate Cinco de Mayo? Is that a thing? We used to always, for years, we used to go over to Polancho's over in like the West Knoxville area. They used to always have a big tent, a big celebration. And that was like when I first moved to town in 2005. That's where we all went. And we, as young bucks, we would hang out a little bit later on Cinco de Mayo and come in the next day. But that's when we back then, that's when we only had an hour and a half morning show. So you could like start, and I was a lot younger too. Like a lot younger. Here we are. Not so younger anymore. All right. It's National Astronaut Day. Julie, this day is for you. Julie on here has always, she's always wanted to be an astronaut. Maybe one day you can go to space, Julie. Maybe just one day. Better win the lottery, though. It's Melanoma Monday. Always a good idea. You know, do you ever go get your body checked from a dermatologist to see if do you have moles and things like that on your body that you need to get checked every once in a while? I do. I go yearly to get my body checked. There are places that cancer can pop up on your body that you don't even realize. But I got burned really bad when I was a little kid one summer. And so my back went from not having any freckles to having a ton of freckles. Obviously, I can't see my back, so I get that checked every year. National Hoagie Day. I love sandwiches. Love sandwiches. Good morning, kids. How are you this morning? Love you, Caden and Kipton. How are you doing, my kids? I'll be in there in just a little bit. It's now 6:20, by the way. Hoagie Sandwich Day. Go grab yourself a hoagie sandwich. We got some great restaurants here and around sandwich shops around town. Side story, one of the places I've always wanted to do, I've always wanted to open up a sandwich shop. I love sandwiches. So my goal was to open up a sandwich shop. Not going to do it now. You want to know the name of it? I can't tell you the name, just in case I want to do it. I guess it wouldn't make sense to you, but it's the Sandwicher. Witcher, Sandwicher. Sorry about that. All right, it's National Totally Chipotle Day. Ooh, I love chipotle peppers and anything like chipotle on. Oh, so good. But you got to use it sparingly if you don't like spice because they are spicy. And it's National Cartoonist Day. What would we do without the cartoons? Do you have anybody? Are you good at drawing cartoons? Maybe so. Maybe not. Thursday, the 8th, is the last day, half day at Christian school. Nice. That's awesome. They're getting out early. Thanks, Juanita. I appreciate that. Good morning, Denise. How are you this morning? I remember that day. That was a crazy, crazy day. And here we are, 2 years later, doing my own thing. Yeah, there we go. Mindy said, I thought you were gone again. Those people are your family, and well, when you are with them that long. Yes, they are. Good morning, Janie. How are you this morning? A little cool this morning. Great pictures. All a great crew. They are a great crew, that's for sure. I always enjoyed the way you and Abby would cut up. And then we get in trouble by the boss. You guys are talking too much. You have too many inside stories. Quit. Let's see. What else we got going on? You tried again. Let's see if it's on there, Julie. Let's see if it's on there yet. There it is. Now it just disappeared. We'll get it back. There it is. All right. Happy birthday to Alyssa, who, by the way, is graduating high school this year. She's so nice. I've only met her a couple times, but she is a sweetheart. So happy birthday, Alyssa. I sure hope you have a great day. Now, Julie, treat her well, right? She ain't going to be in the house too much longer, you know. Sorry, did I just bring a little tear to your eye? Anyways, those are your national holidays for the day today. Whoops, wrong button. We'll take you back outside here. Again, a couple of light rain showers setting up shop around the area. We'll take you to Hardin Valley. How about that? Big shout out to Carnes, Hardin Valley, West Knoxville. Some light rain showers are starting to settle their way on into the area. All right, South Knoxville is booming this weekend. We got the Vestival on Saturday starting at 11 o'clock. I'll be there at Tea and Treasures. And Sunday is Jazz in the Park at Imes Nature Center from 4 to 8. Come celebrate the arts in South Knoxville with us. We may just do that. Let's see. Good morning, Sharon. Good Monday morning, Mike Witcher. I'm back in Bell County. Have a great day with day. You were my weatherman in Ages, Kentucky last week. Thank you. My number one weatherman. You're welcome. I'm glad I'm your number one weatherman. I will go to El Chico's later today. There we go. I went to Taco Boy last week, and I've never been to Taco Boy off of Campbell Station Road. Great food. Great people as well. Love hoagies. Hoagies are so good. Karen says, Mike, I do miss you on Channel 10, but I enjoy you on Facebook. Just love you. Karen, I appreciate it. And Karen, please tell me that you have my East Tennessee weather app. Do you? Don't just watch on Facebook. One day, Facebook may not be here, and then where are you going to find me? Right? East Tennessee weather platforms. I'm with you on that, Blake. 1,000%. I love Quiznos. The other one is, I just had it on the tip of my tongue. They were big round sandwiches. I want to say Stromboli's. It's not Stromboli's. I forget what it's called. But it used to be another great sandwich shop here in town as well. Firehouse Subs is amazing. My kids just had Firehouse Subs just the other day, and they were like, wow, that's pretty good. Nixon's Deli is good. That's right. Red jalapenos that are sun-dried are chipotle peppers. They are? I didn't know that. We need some rain. Where are you, Matt? We just got 2 inches of rain this week. Where are you? My stepsons made their own cartoon that were bought by a big company. Nice. Heck yeah. I remember your last day. I did a big Facebook post about it. Then you posted pics of construction in your yard, and I said, you were building a studio. And yes, you did. Sure wish I would have brought you all along with a studio build back in the day, but I was trying to navigate a contract and do all the weird things. Check out your Witcher's pictures this morning. I sent you one yesterday afternoon. Of what? What did you send? Let's see. Lisa. Here we go. Ooh, that's cool. Look at that one. Look at that guy. Woo! That is impressive. I think that was you, Lisa, that said that. Yeah, that was you. Lisa says, beautiful visitor on the farm this morning. I'm guessing a young hawk. I'm guessing that's probably what that is. That's awesome. Great shot, by the way, Lisa. Great stuff. La Fiesta restaurant is good. That is a great restaurant as well. Oh, Julie, don't cry. Don't cry. You've raised her well. You've done a great job. Now you got to let her fly, right? Check the app for the pics I sent through the app. What did you send there, Alex? What did you send? See if I can't find it. Felicia did send a picture of the festival. Here we go. Bigfoot Festival. How about that one? That's a cool shot, actually, Felicia, because you actually had some overcast gray skies, a little bit of fog, some rain showers. But I'm glad the event turned out to be a great event for you and for anybody else joining in. All right, what did Alex send in? Alex, I can't find it. I don't know where it is, buddy. I don't see your name anywhere. Otto sent a bunch of pictures in. We'll take a look at one more. No, that's Otto as well. Anyways, I digress. It is now 6:27. It's time for me to go inside and say good morning and goodbye to my kids. Take them down to the bus stop here. Cheryl, happy Cinco de Mayo to you as well. Here's my camera. It's gone again. It's gone again. We'll bring it back. Hold on. Stand by. It didn't disappear. Black. Okay, there we go. We're back. All right. Harold's on Gay Street. It's good. Great shot right there. Alex, send that picture in again, just in case. I did not see it on the Witcher's pictures. The Southern Kitchen Sandwich Company in Powell is amazing. Ooh. I'm going to have to write that one on the list for sure. Stella, thanks for sharing that one with me. I hope you have a great day today. It's going to be kind of a wash, rinse, repeat forecast from what we saw yesterday. So something to kind of keep in mind if you're out and about. We do have some steadier, lighter rain showers here already this morning. A couple of spotty showers throughout the day. Dry tomorrow, warmer tomorrow. Today's another cool day with highs in the 60s, but we'll climb back into the 70s for the rest of the week. Most of the rain this week should be mainly south of Interstate 40. And maybe even further than that. So we'll see how it all plays out. I know you'll check back in for Wake Up with Witcher tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. I'll send you back to the 24-hour weather channel. If you are joining on the app right now and watching live on the app, I'll send you back to the 24-hour channel. You'll get your daily forecast right away as soon as I send you back there, which is going to be right about now. Be safe, be kind to each other. Life is short. I'll see you tomorrow.